Welcome back to Silverstone and the Lotus on Track racing. This is Lotus on Track Elise Trophy, and this is 4 abreast for the lead into Brooklands, and it's Ken Savage who takes the lead away from Emma Selway, with Luigi Mazza in 3rd place and race 1 winner Steve Quick in 4th position. This is the 2nd race of the weekend for the Lotus on Track Elise Trophy cars, and it has been very lively as we see a replay of John the Master, unfortunately having a bit of a moment. John rejoining lower down the order, so it's Savage who spun out of race 1 from Emma Selway, finished 3rd in race 1, but is certainly looking to improve on that finish in race 2. She's the sole silver car in amongst the yellow machines. We go in car with Emma Selway as she climbs a slight incline towards Maggots, turning through Maggots. Now she's going to challenge Ken Savage to the lead. That will be very bold through Beckett's, probably one of the fastest parts of this Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. And I don't think she's quite close enough to Ken Savage to challenge this time. Instead, she'll look to get the run through Chapel Curve, which they arrive at now, and onto the Hangar Straight, although Mazza as well is tucked very closely already into the rear spoiler behind Emma, looking to gain full advantage of the slipstream. And there's Steve Quick at the back of that train, these 4 cars blasting along the Hangar Straight and then fanning out under braking towards Stowe, and Selway goes for a very late move on Ken Savage, and has Ken Savage had time to cover that? No, he hasn't. Emma Selway goes through and into the race. That's a brilliant manoeuvre because she really caught Ken Savage by surprise. Luigi Mazza unable to capitalise, nor is Steve Quick. Now will Savage be able to fight back as they arrive into Vale, because Selway looking to take the racing line. Ken Savage, brakes locked up, through he goes, back into the lead. So Emma Selway, well, she enjoyed the lead for 1 corner, but it's now Savage who's got the advantage back as he slides the car through Club, with Emma Selway then looking to get the run, possibly on Ken Savage as they run towards Abbey. Out wide across the curbs is Mazza as Selway moves the inside Ken Savage past the new pits complex here at Silverstone, and that's an incredibly brave manoeuvre into Abbey. Now, has she made that stick? Yes, she has. That stunning drive from Emma Selway, so she demotes Ken Savage as Luigi Mazza also looks into Village to move around the outside of Ken Savage. They have previous from race 1, and Mazza gets given the opportunity to explore the runoff area, and that could cost him a podium because he gets very sideways through the loop, and Steve Quick moves himself up into 3rd position as a result. So Mazza, well, he tried for 2nd, he's found himself in 4th and off the podium as Emma Selway leads the charge down the Wellington Straight once more. You can see what an advantage this group have got over the man in 5th place, that's Dan Plant, although he's got his own battle with Craig Denman, Phil Stratton-Lake and Steve Train. And they fan out. It's Stratton-Lake in the green car looking inside the bright orange machine of Craig Denman, and Stratton-Lake, is he going to make that move stick? Yes, he does, although Craig Denman wants to dispute it around the outside through Brooklands, but no way through there. So Stratton-Lake gains the place at Steve Train, who is the 3rd car in that queue. We go back-to-lead battle as they arrive into Cops Corner, and Ken Savage as close as you like on the tail of Emma Selway, and then a slight gap back to Steve Quick and Luigi Mazza. Then it's Dan Plant, who's had a brilliant start to 2011, leading from Phil Stratton-Lake, Steve Train and the rest. Rival into Beckett's, and my goodness, Ken Savage really wants the win here because he is all over the tail of Emma Selway, the pair of them kicking up the dust as they go through this Beckett's complex. But it's, as we saw last time around, the run on the way down to Stowe that's all important, because it was Emma Selway had that run through Chapel Curve last time and was able to depose. Ken Savage will be able to do the same this time. We go in car with Neil Livesey on the arrival into Beckett's. That's Andrew Kell right in front of him. Livesey changes down a gear as Kell moves a little bit offline, and Livesey goes into him, and around he goes. Contact at one of the fastest points of the circuit, and cars taking every which way across the grass in avoidance. I think Andrew Kell's had a secondary impact, so Neil Livesey recovers into the race. Andrew Kell, well, I don't think he'll be going any further, unfortunately. A lot of damage to that car as Emma Selway at Stowe has been deposed by Ken Savage. So Savage moves in to lead the race. Emma Selway in 2nd, but we're coming towards the closing stages here, and that car of Andrew Kell will require moving. We could see a red flag here, and on count back, if the red flag comes out early enough, it's Selway who'll claim the win. But for the moment, she's just focused through Club Corner in picking her way past Ken Savage. Will she be able to make that move as they move up the incline towards Abbey? Well, here's Andrew Kell's car, and that's good to see. Andrew's moving the car, he gives the thumbs up, he's completely unharmed as the red flag does indeed come out. So the race has been stopped, and we are too far into the race for the restart, so the results have been taken back a lap. So it's Emma Selway who claims the win from Ken Savage, and Steve Quick, a great day for him on the podium in 3rd place, with Luigi Mazza in 4th and Dan Plant in 5th position. And absolutely delighted Emma Selway receiving the applause and the hugs down in the pit lane. I think everybody thoroughly enjoyed that, not least Emma. She gets a very warm handshake from Ken Savage and Steve Quick. The 3 of them thoroughly enjoyed that. On to the podium they go. arms clenched in the air. Very sizable applause from down the pit lane as the champagne fight begins in earnest.
Was hoping for a good weekend, but I didn't think it was going to be quite as good as this. So all credit to the team. They've been great. You know, the kids come out to support me. And of course my family and mother half are here. So to be able to get my first winning cars here in front of them, couldn't ask for more.
Well, we swapped places several times, and Emma did one particular manoeuvre on me, and I thought, oh, that's quite a nice idea, and I repaid the favour a little later on, so that was quite good.
A little bit easier than the first race because there wasn't as much behind, but it was still hard and hot work out there.
Emma said she saw you in your mirrors quite a lot.
Yes. Unfortunately, she didn't see me through the windscreen.
Earlier this year, at the St. Petersburg Raceway in the United States, Lotus managed to get their first ever podium finish in Indy cars since 1960. Let's take a look at what happened.
From the excitement of St. Petersburg and Tony Kanan's great drive, we're now back at Silverstone, and it's down to the grid and Amy.
Second round of Lotus Cup UK. We have Mark Fuller-Love on pole today. Last time, the safety car came up and mixed up the field. Let's see what happens this time.
Well, it's an hour-long race for the Lotus Cup UK, a rolling start as away they go behind the safety car with Mark Fuller-Love on pole position. He wasn't at the first round of the season at Snetterton, so he really is a wild card. It's Jamie Stanley and Glenn Sherwood alongside him on the front row of the group, with Jamie starting that car. And then third place is Steve Williams and Pete Story. It's Steve's car. Pete's broke down in qualifying, and Steve's offered him the ride for this afternoon. Shows the camaraderie in the paddock, but it's now about to get very serious because they come through to complete the warm-up lap, and the race is underway. Away we go as this huge field in Lotus Cup UK streams towards Copse for the first time, but it's the pole sitter Mark Fuller-Love who turns in lead the race, with Jamie Stanley then moving across in second position. It's Williams in third, and then Simon Deacon in fourth position. So the 211s with the Rogue Exige towards head of the field, and then the field just goes on forever as they arrive into a very congested Beckett's. James Knight in the pink punter car looking to make good progress, as is Marcus Jewell. That's the black and orange number 17 machine. He is just ahead of the Paul McNeely number 8 car as they accelerate through Checkle Curve. We're in car with Simon Deacon, number 39. A little bit lower down the order, this is Ken Savage, who we've enjoyed in Lotus on Track Elise trophy races, and he is there right ahead of production class. Well, Mark Fuller-Love's got the advantage, but Jamie Stanley is being really made to work very hard here by Steve Williams, who's all in his tail. And in fact, Williams goes through, he gains the position, so up into second place goes Steve Williams, as Neil Livesey in the 17 car, really sporting some damage. As look at Fuller-Love pushing so hard under braking into Village, but he's built a sizable buffer over the rest of the field. Fuller-Love, who used to compete in the production class, the British Touring Car Championship, really showing that experience at the head of the field today, as the Lotus 1000 kilometres winning car number 8 machine challenging Marcus Jewell, as Simon Deacon takes his opportunity to try and move alongside Jamie Stanley, and Deacon, 2 wheels on the curb, accelerating on to the Wellington straight. Now Stanley in the Exige and Deacon in Lotus 211 who will prevail. On to break into Brooklands, we will see. I think it's going to be Jamie Stanley. Just Marcus Jewell is under real risk though, as he is challenged, and also coming into the play as well is Tom Chataway. So Tom Chataway in the white Lotus 211, just the back of your shot there, moving up into this battle, which is really for second position, because the race leader Mark Fullilove has rather checked out and gone. In fact, so is Steve Williams. So Jamie Stanley comes fresh from Simon Deacon and Marcus Jewell, and Jewell moving inside Simon Deacon as they went to Woodcote. I think he's gone through, so Marcus Jewell gaining place, although Simon Deacon looking to the inside on the arrival into Copse Corner, and through he goes. So Marcus Jewell momentarily gained that position, but Simon Deacon gets it back. The 2 black 211s causing some anxious glances on the pit wall. There is the 17 car, well up in the production class. Then it's Emma Selway who is next through. She has got Steve Quitrot and her tail as the action in the pit's already underway. David Fenn handing over to son Rob. Davido Fanini, it reads in his helmet. Paul McNeely and BJ Chong also making their driver change. It's a 3-minute minimum pit stop time, so plenty of opportunity for the teams to make adjustments. As back out into the race goes Nigel Ayres, as Vitaly Shahun comes up to his mark, and the race leader Mark Fullilove comes into pit. So Fullilove pits in. This could turn the race on its head, as Emma Selway, well up in the production class, has some tyre pressure adjustments made to the car. Jamie Stanley handing over to Glenn Sherwood, so it's Glenn just popping behind the wheel now. 47 car as Fullilove waits impatiently, and out he goes back into the race.
Jamie, how was it?
Yeah, it was good. Great race for the guys at the front. You know, Marcus and Simon pushing quite hard at the start, and even Paul in the Exige, you know, giving us a real hard time, so it's good fun.
We had a bit of a problem qualifying. We only got 1 lap in, so I knew from 26 I had to be as hot as soon as possible. And you know, the production cars are having their own race, and you have to kind of get through them the best way you can.
We had a bit of a poor qualifying, so we started midfield, had a good first lap, got past a few, and then the carnage started from there really. Got sideswiped from a bit of a hot-headed Exige driver.
Cars went up well. I had a few good tussle with Steve Quick and Emma. I think I gave Emma a few what we call love touches out there along the way, just to let her know I was there. But it was good, she was driving well, and I hope that the Graham enjoys it as much as I did.
As Martin Donnelly goes for a well-deserved break, we'll also have a quick pause. We'll be back at Silverstone in a few moments' time for more action.